Welcome to another episode of Build Right Advocate. Yeah, Build Right Advocate is a production of Construction Institute. In Construction Institute, we are into construction research, construction development, construction training, construction consultancy, and construction advocacy. You're welcome to another episode of our podcast. In Build Right Advocate, we champion good construction. We champion adequate construction done the right way. In today's episode, we will be taking a very important topic. But before then, let me introduce myself. My name is QS Mrs. Nancy. I'm a registered quantity surveyor. I am a member of Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors. I have my BSc in Quantity Surveying. I have my MSc in Construction Project Management. I have another MSc in Quantity Surveying. I have a PGD in Civil Engineering. And I equally have an MBA in Business Management and Strategic Leadership from Valor Institute, Washington. Welcome to today's episode. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for joining us. In today's podcast, we'll be handling a very important topic. That important topic we want to handle is about the cooling system in our buildings. How do we handle the cooling system in our building? What are the processes of our cooling system? What are the type of ancillary equipment, ancillary tools we need to get for the installation? Which type of personnel are we to engage in order to have a good installation? An installation that will serve its purpose, an installation that will serve the aim and improve the functionality of the building. In today's show, we will be introducing and we will have invited a very special person. He's a colleague. I've worked with him in a project, and I know how competent and how good his craft is. He's no other than Mr. Oye, Engineer Oye. I worked with Engineer Oye in several projects. He's a specialist in cooling system, building cooling system installation. Mr. Oye, welcome to our show today. Thank you, Mr. Oye, for coming to my show today.
Thank you for having me.
We've known ourselves for a long time.
Wow, yeah.
You know, the industry have brought us together in so many projects, and thank God we are here. Can you introduce yourself, sir?
Yes, just as you rightly said, Engineer Oye. I have my HND from our Puli present First Giwa Puli in Ondo State, elect co-engineer. So to say, in this industry, what we want to discuss about cooling, so far so good. All glory be to God for sustaining us. And I can tell you, for those who are in the industry, the big players will tell you whenever you mention that name, Oye comes up, they will tell you they know or they've heard about him. Because I've got involved in a lot of major projects in this country called Nigeria. And more than 2 decades now, by God's grace, and we are still moving on.
Yes, in the business.
Yes.
Can you tell us the names of the projects you have executed and what was your role in those projects?
Okay, so many. But let me just to mention a few. In Lagos, let me take it state after state. In Lagos, by the grace of God, the one we handled before the COVID-19.
Okay.
That we are calling the major one is the Citadel
Okay.
at Kudrat
Abiola.
Abiola. It's a popular church.
Yes.
Okay. Then the head office, Channel Television,
Okay.
also in Lagos.
Okay.
I also
Is it the one by Manchester?
no. That is by Kara. That's why they have their head office.
Okay.
When they left Maryland,
Okay.
and I worked there with Engineer Mike. That's their head there as the engineer team. So I worked there.
Okay.
I installed all the studio, the entire building, and
So all the cooling system in the entire building
the
was
channel
on that.
television. Yes.
Okay. So you manned the project, you have your workmen that worked under you,
Sure.
supervise the job, and ensure that the whole cooling system in the building
Effective,
is
yeah.
functioning and is effective.
Exactly.
Okay.
Then by God grace, also the international, WIEC international headquarters located at Agidingbi.
Okay.
Yes.
WIEC, come again.
WIEC international.
Okay.
It's different. I think they have two. There's WIEC,
Okay.
but there's one they call WIEC international.
Okay.
The headquarters is located
Okay.
just targeting
Okay.
Admin Junction, so Magdi behind.
Okay.
So I handle it. So they have three major buildings there: the guest house, the offices complex,
Okay.
and what we call the multipurpose hall.
Okay. Okay. So you have shown to have expertise because I have worked with you in several projects. So you have shown to have expertise in everything construction when it comes to cooling system installation.
Yes.
Okay, so now can you give us a brief understanding of this cooling system in building? What are these cooling system in the building? If I say cooling system in the building to a layman, what do I mean by a cooling system in the building?
Okay, let me put it this way. We can use the right word by say air conditioning. So that just air conditioning is just like you have what we call conversion.
Okay.
That's what we call it, air conditioning. So conversion is two-way because where we are located presently is a tropical region, so we need more cooling. But whereby you find yourself in a temperate region, what you have is opposite, which is heat or hot one. So you change the system now. Instead of people to be having where it's temperate, instead of people we are shivering, so you convert it to hot one for them and make it happiness, not only comfortable zone for them.
Okay.
Then for the preservation of whatever you have within that particular zone. So the opposite one is if you are in tropical region and the people is hot, like where we are presently, I cannot use handkerchief because the room is conditioned.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's it. So we make it, yes. So wherever you find yourself there, you'll be comfortable.
Okay.
So that's all about air conditioning.
Okay, so now when we're talking about air conditioning,
Yes.
there are chillers to it, there are outdoor units to it, there are ducting
Okay.
to this cooling unit,
Yeah.
and there are other ancillaries.
Yes.
Ancillaries are other minor works that is associated to this work. Can you give us details about this equipment? Okay, so now when we're talking about chiller, we are talking about a set of other equipment, the panels and the rest of them. Can you give us an understanding of this?
Okay, thank you. When we talk about chillers, like I said earlier, it's about to convert a condition, which is that's what we call it air condition, to convert air to be suitable for a particular purpose. Now, when you are looking at the chiller, as you mentioned, cooling itself, you can divide it into two. Well, I want to focus on cooling now.
Okay.
You just mentioned one of them, which is the chiller, because the process. Then we have the other one that is not, that is normal cooling, whereby you use gas
Okay.
So that is common one. Okay, so that I will take the two together. So when you use gas, you don't have water in the system. You compress the air in the system with the aid of compressor to a particular pressure level, and that will result. We have the internal one which you call the indoors, then we have the external one which you call the outdoor. Then all this also, you can have them in capacities. It depends on where you want to go. So let me just put it that way. So also applicable to the chillers, as you mentioned. The chiller involves major that one involves water. That is just the difference instead of gas.
Okay.
It involves water. Yes.
Mr. Oye, I understand your explanation, but you know in this cooling system, there is central cooling system.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And there is now the outdoor, the single cooling system.
Yes.
You get it. Can we have an explanation of this central cooling system and this outdoor cooling system, the single cooling system?
Okay.
Let's have an explanation. And at what instance do you require a central cooling system?
Okay, well, for us that are in the business, we have the 10.
Okay.
But I understand what you are trying to say now.
Okay.
So the fact is, we divide the cooling when it comes to the end user into two. We call one RAC.
Okay.
RAC, then when it's involved, residential or small places. Then we have the other one, we call it CAC.
Okay.
The one we call CAC have to do with what we call commercial air conditioning. That's where you're looking at, you want to cool a space like ShopRite,
Fantastic.
those BP or church. So those will fall under the category of CAC, so to say.
CAC, what's the meaning of CAC?
That's commercial air conditioning. Yes. So yes, so that's so. Those are the 10. So now your question is, we are looking at what we understand as RAC, which is the smaller. Then we discuss the bigger one.
Okay.
So what happened to the RAC is you have a split unit, which is common, one split unit, whereby you have a single indoor there to cool a small space, maybe like bedroom, while you have the external one hang, or it depends on the situation.
Okay.
So those are the
types. Okay, so now, before these installations, there are some provisions you need to make in a building for this building to receive some of these installations. Okay. Provision I mean is these penetrations.
Okay.
You get it. Penetrations. I need a penetration here to pass my AC duct. Okay. I need a penetration there to pass. So how do you think this penetration should be made in such a way that it can take this equipment, both the central and this single unit, or the commercial like you just mentioned?
Okay. I will, in this country, we like to cut corners.
Okay.
And when I say cut corners, it affects both the client and those who are executing the job.
Okay.
See, if you want to follow it fully, according to how we were trained, or what we find in the Western world, you don't hit a building. You don't just come to a building, you just feel this place is suitable for me to do, then you begin to crack, you begin to open it up. That's what you will find here.
Okay.
It's not the best way. But let me say something. After COVID-19, we have a building to install for MFM. It's just by the gate, second gate of Unilag. They call it dining house.
Okay. So, a back gate.
Yeah, a back gate of Unilag. Yes. We see that building is still there.
Okay.
And I've worked for the man, the company Alphagate. I call me if I'm around. Say he knows that I can handle this, and I look. They finished the building.
Okay.
So when I came back from another site, which is NPDC headquarters, Benin,
Okay.
that's where I spent my lockdown. We're busy on that site that is subsidiary of NNPC.
Okay.
Okejare in Benin City. So I said, well, after the COVID, say I should come. Then I visit him at the site and look. He said, look at this building. What they have spoken because of the nature of the ground there. It's not that good. It's swampy area. That they spend much. They don't want to do much crowd because they want to use single split there. That they will not like whereby they use seasoning, man. I said, well, there is a way out. I said, we can cut through those walls. And believe me, it was amazing. That's how I just choose that one for anybody to go and verify and confirm for MFM.
Okay, in some instances, chiseling is not recommended.
Yes.
Especially when a column is passing through a wall,
Exactly.
especially when it is a slab that is already casted. Because by doing this, it reduces the strength of the concrete.
Exactly.
So most times, clients do not want to see that on their structural works. They don't want to see it on a column, they don't want to see it on a slab, they don't want to see it at a point that can risk the strength of the building. So in this instance, what do you do?
That is why I'm using that as a point, as a reference point. What happened when I got there? I look at it. So you don't want us to use it to say, well, that is what we can use. But people, that's why I say we cut corners.
Okay.
He said, whatever it takes is ready. I said, if you're ready for the cost, we'll do it. We bought those, and that's how we train. And I will say that is the only client who we've done that for so far, so good, because it's ready to pay for it. And
so what did you people
do? We cut. That's how you cut the wall without chiseling, and it will give you the diameter
exact size that is required for that thing.
For what you want to pass through, and it will not affect your building. We will just bring it out, we'll cut it, and that's what we almost close to 60 split units in that building. It was amazing. They've already painted the building in both outside and nothing, no mess. Because if we choose you will come, you need to bring in a bricklayer to come and do
dressing.
So it will be a serious mess. But in this place, it was exact. Okay. Because we used the right tools to open.
And the right personnel, because tools cannot work itself. Tools has to be operated by a good personnel that understands the workmanship and how. Okay, so now let's discuss more on personnel.
Okay.
In cooling system, I remember in some projects I've managed.
Okay.
You will see a supervisor. The supervisor has to manage the other men outside. You see a supervisor. You see a project manager in your team. Then you see an electrician in your team. Then you will see installers.
Yes.
You see installers. You see, in some instance, it depends on what your bill of quantity is saying.
Yes.
Your company can decide to bring its own. Your company, remind me that again. His own to do the penetrations, so that the penetrations can be done neatly and as required.
Yes.
You get it, so that you have less fishing to do on site regarding your equipment, especially when casting has been completed. Please, can you give us an insight into this type of personnel you require to do this installation?
Okay, what we do is a teamwork.
Okay.
That's how we approach it. We can have the major people on ground who are the RIA personnel, that is the people who handle the air conditioner, that is the pipe work, because that one requires that you handle what we call copper pipes.
Okay.
And at the end of those pipes, where it requires elbows, where it requires socket, where it requires brazing and what have you. Electrical person will not do that. When they come to the wiring aspect, you can bring in the electrical person.
Okay.
you after telling him what and what you want, not that nobody work independently. No, we work, together. We look at what is he doing, is he putting the right thing there. Then also the person you require again is plumber. Yes, very important, because there is no how you have cooling and you will not have waste water or you drain water out.
Wow.
So, and if that one is not well handled or properly handled, it's always an issue. The plumber is there to channel the water out, but he may not know how
to channel it.
So the air conditioner, who knows that the water that they want to channel out is not going to be pressure water.
Okay.
No, it has to be voluntarily free on its own. So we give the plumber direction and the levels. Look, drop it this way, drop it at this point, so for this water to have a free flow out without causing problem after installation. So,
all right, fantastic, sir. So from your explanation, you have couplers, the people that work on the duct, or are they separate from the?
Okay, that is another aspect again.
Okay.
That one, when you mention duct, that is the duct workers, or duct men.
Yes.
You bring those one in, you have equipment, let's say a huge issue, for instance.
Yes.
You can only locate it in a place, or what we call plant room in some building.
Okay.
From that plant room, that's a finished installation.
Okay.
From the external one to the internal one. You can have your cooling, but the cooling has to be distributed. That's where the duct man comes in.
Okay.
So it's the duct man that will now channel it from the AHU and distribute it through the duct.
Okay, so now in your team, there is a supervisor, there is a project manager, there are duct men, there are piping men, there are electricians, there are plumbers. Okay, so this makes up a team.
Complete.
Good. All right, so now, this installation, after installing your duct, there are some necessary tests you need to do, like smoke test and the rest. You need to do on this installation to ensure, one, is to make sure that there is no leakage. Because after installation, if there is a noticed leakage at any point, you notice that installation is not done. So now, can you tell us some of these tests that has to be done on cooling systems so as to ensure a good installation and effective installation, and an installation where the client will not come complaining, and the installation is not done well, it's not cooling, we're having leakages, we're having issues there, or we're having issues there. So tell us those tests you need to do, sir.
Okay, the leakages now, I will divide it into three in cooling system.
Okay, sir.
Your leakage can be from the water, like I said, that's why you get a good plumber to be part of the team.
Okay.
If you have leakage from your pipe where water pass through, it will be an issue.
Okay.
The POP become mess, so that any other property can be damaged within the building.
Okay.
So you need to bring in a plumber who is well experienced and under right material and strict supervision. That's how you can do one of the leakages.
Okay.
So that is the water one, and you can pressure the pipe.
Okay.
Before
like
final, maybe if you want to cover it up, pressure it.
Okay.
So for the PVC for the water. Then the second leakage can come from the gas.
Yes.
Also, that of gas, which is, let's say, your copper line, if you have it whereby you have joint, elbow introduced, there's no how you can put a joint, which they call it socket, or elbow. You must brace that point. So for you to seal it or cover it or proper insulation, you need to pressure it. And that one needs a particular pressure, you so like
gauging, pressure gauging.
PSI. So when you pressure it, you leave it for number of hours or days. And when your gauge is not drop, you can be rest assured that the line is okay.
It's tight, it's good to go. So from your explanation now, you have given us the type of leakages.
Yes, that is true. The third one, let me measure for the final one, the duct hole.
Okay.
You measure it, that which is smoke cells. It means if there's a leakage within your duct, if I'm supposed to deliver from this issue to a particular zone, and if there's leakage along the line, the quantity of that air will not get there.
Okay.
It's a loss. So we do smoke tests to show us if there's leakage along the line. Exactly. Once
passage of air required.
Yes, and there's no leak, then we are
is good to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so now some of the tests you are to do in your installation is 1, smoke test.
Yes.
2 is which one? Leakage test.
Yes, leakage test, yes.
3 is what?
They are both leakage test, that's on the PVC line and your copper line.
Pressure test.
Yes.
So now we have leakage test, pressure test,
yes.
and smoke test.
Yes.
You're welcome, sir. So for these installations, we have notable brands.
Yes.
You get it. In projects I've worked, the client will say, no, I don't want anything LG in my side.
Okay.
The client will say, I don't want this certain brand, Samsung in my side.
Okay.
I don't want certain. So what are those notable brands that have surged?
Okay.
Notable brands that have worked for clients.
Okay.
Notable brand that you see, we've worked in this project, this client is suggesting, I want this client is requesting, I want this, which has shown durability, it has shown functionality over time. So what are those notable brands you think, with your years of experience, has said?